Hello, ant keepers out there. This is an update from the Kennedy ant keeping household with Jesse here. He's the primary ant keeper that he's going to be showing you the updated Australian ants, ant keeping, outworld and Waitong nest with the Fidelii big-headed ants. So, all right, Jesse, let's make this a little bit clearer for the people. So, here's the consultant. That's Joshua over there. He's not really an ant keeper, is he, Jess? He's more into his soccer. He likes to think that he's an ant keeper, but not really like you and me. Yes. All right, so let's stop mucking around. So this is what we put together. Well, this came all as one. Really decent setup, I must say. It's really solid. A bit of overkill for the size of this colony that we have in here, as well as the size of the ant. On top of that, if anyone knows the big-headed ants, besides the soldier ants and the queen, the workers are minute. They're very little, like a couple of mils possibly. So, but anyhow, it is what it is for the moment. I'll be changing all this around after a while. I just wanted to get them established in here. Trouble with this lot is I didn't purchase them. They were found by Jesse downstairs.
Me?
And his older brother, where there was a number of queens. It looked like they were doing, I don't know, they were under the rocks and they had their brood up there. It was a sunny day, so my guess is they were kind of enjoying the warmth more so than them being in a situation where they were taking flight for mating reasons. So anyhow, yeah, there was a couple of queens caught. This type of ant can live with more than one queen, which is pretty cool. But it does make for a colony that can grow in size very quickly. But in saying that, unfortunately, all but one queen didn't survive for unknown reasons. So we do have one queen in this colony at the moment. So initially I did have this ant nest here. This is a medium-sized Waitong nest. But I'll just move this candle. It was not successful. I did my best to move the ants into this area via a tube. We put on a red acrylic protective, cover. More so protective in the sense that it mimics darkness for the ants, so you've got a viewing platform, whereas you're not disturbing the ants, unlike if you were sort of to look at them like so. So look, I mean, I got the queen to move in here. I hoped that the workers would follow her. One soldier did, and then oddly enough, they then set up camp in this tube here. And there's still a few of them wandering around in there. But after watching other YouTube videos, this is a favourite ant of a lot of people. It's a champion little ant, I must say. They will try and bite you. They're so small, but they're game as. They'll take down insects much bigger than themselves. They're a real little go-getter, really. So what they've done, and on top of that, they're really good builders. So look, as you can see, I really didn't put much soil in here at all, right? So I've kind of put coarse sand on this side with a little bit of sphagnum moss for humidity. I threw in a couple of these. I don't know how successful these will be with such a small ant. But these are the water feeders that you can also get from Ozants. So I've got one with honey water and one with just plain water. And then I put in this red kind of clay sand, I would say. It's when it hardens, if you moisten it and then let it dry, it becomes quite hard and rigid. And again, you can see there that there's not much depth at all, but in saying that, they've created their own artificial depth in the fact that they've shifted sand around, and by doing that, they've made depth. And so they've moved into this area. This is where they're now living. There's not many of them at all in that tube any longer. The lighting is not so great, so and again, while they're wandering around, you can't really tell. There's a soldier there. You can make him out by his big head. And so we're just going to let them do their thing here, establish themselves, and then I've got an idea on something that can be attractive in the house, whereas it's like a vase almost that you can set up that's big enough and deep enough for them to establish themselves while it can still look nice in the house with plants and things in it. So that's kind of what I'm thinking at this stage. So I'm kind of like, I think I'm going to disconnect this, probably use it for something else. It's not really doing much at the moment. So it's all fun and games with the boys at the moment, just we're all learning. I used to kind of do this a little bit when I was a young'un, so I know a little bit, but I don't know a lot at all. So I remember this ant when I was young as the green ants. They were the two that were the as well as the, what do they call them, the Argentine ants. They were even around 40 years ago when I was a kid. So but yeah, they're not near as much fun. Not really interested in keeping those. So I'll keep you posted on these ones when there's more to know, but at the moment there's probably 40 workers, 10 or so soldiers, one queen, a bit of brood, and yes, where is it, Jess?
Here.
Oh, over there?
Yeah. Where do you see one?
Okay.
Headed.
That's a big-headed, is it?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Dad, I have pretty big-headed.
Oh, there we go. Yes, so there's a big-headed. Jessie, that's a soldier ant.
Yeah.
So I put a bit of spray in there last night just to moisten up that moss. And there we have it. So until next time, have fun with your
And we see one red
ant keeping adventures.
We see someone
Bye-bye.
red. We see red now.